Welcome to tonight's event. My name is Morne Vogel. On my right-hand side is the stunning Lazani Deval. We will be your MCs for the evening. Tonight is the launch of Magic at Midnight, the latest novel written by the award-winning author Ronel van Vieren. And applause. We would also like to welcome Melanie from the Princess Project to tonight's event as well. And applause. We are going to kick off with the house rules. I have no idea what they are, so Lazani will go ahead and tell us all about that.
Thank you, Monet. So, yes, let's just run through the house rules. Basically, there's no smoking inside the venue. Smoking is strictly outside in any open air space. The washrooms is outside at the bar and also next to the DJ booth at the back. We have a cash bar just also outside around the corner. We have waiters that's roaming the floor tonight. The emergency exits will be at the back and at the sides. So, please, there's no hooting or loud music in the parking lot, and we would like kindly to ask you to switch off your phones, put it on airplane mode, because this will be filmed for YouTube. Yes, that's it.
Thank you so much, Lazani. Magic at Midnight is a dark fantasy book which revolves around and includes the LGBTQ community. It's about give and take, how you have to offer something up in order to achieve something great. This story opens our eyes and sheds light on the fact that not every story has a happy ending, with the added twist of fairies, folklore, and princesses.
So this is where the Princess Project comes in. So the Princess Project is a non-profit organization where you can donate dresses, gowns, suits, basically any kinds of formal wear, and they will be given to the kids for their matric farewell, because let's face it, we all deserve to feel like royalty.
Tonight is a night of reflection and acceptance, so we invite you all to take this journey with us and show us your true colors. We hope you enjoyed tonight. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us in welcoming the woman of the hour, the writer of Magic at Midnight, Ronel van Vieren, who will share with us her journey and experiences in writing a diverse fiction. Thank you so much, Ronel.
I'm afraid of the dark. Are you going to make fun of me, taunt me, shun me? I wear glasses. Again, are you going to make fun of me, taunt me, or shun me? Sure, I can go for therapy for my fear. Not that it will change anything. I'll still feel the dark, because I know what lurks there. I can go for a simple surgery and get rid of my glasses, but I'll still have the issue I was born with. I'm sure that you have your own issues, things that you want to change about yourself, things you want to hide from the world, because others fear what they don't understand. And fear leads people to do horrible things. The best way to take away fear is to bring understanding. And how do we do that? By educating people. There are great organizations out there, and you can join them, like the He for She movement. He for She helps combat gender stereotypes, child marriage, and other gender inequalities through innovative, inclusive community involvement of people of all gender identities. The goal is gender equality in our lifetime. Emma Watson, as UN Women Global Goodwill Ambassador, had the right idea when she launched this in 2014. Yes, it's great to talk to people to help them understand how their language affects people. It's great to write stirring articles. It's also great to volunteer to help others and carry awareness posters. It's awesome to watch movies and read books to educate yourself about the issues. But if you want to make a lasting impression on someone, make them feel it. That is where authors come in. Whether you support their own voices or we need diverse books hashtag, the debate is clear. Marginalized characters should be heard. Yes, there's a further debate that if you're not from the marginalized groups, you shouldn't write for them. Meaning, as a cishet white female author, I shouldn't have any people of color in my novels or write about other gender identities, which, in my honest opinion, is ridiculous. As long as you have done the right amount of research, wrote honestly, and had sensitivity readers go through it, your story is fine. It is your story. I don't write stereotypes or portray people of other groups in an offensive way. For the most part, I don't even assign visual cues as to how a person looks, unless it's important to the story. Not that I tell my readers anyway. People are people, no matter their race, religion, or gender identity. Did you hear me? We all bleed red. We all love, hate, feel pain and joy. And so do my characters. Whether it's the Galno-led Ian McAlter struggling to fit in with his own people because he has to fight against gender stereotypes, you'll find him in Once and other books dealing with the Galno. Or Amy from my newest book, Magic at Midnight, learning that you can be attracted to men and women without being broken or have something wrong with you. My characters are as diverse and complicated as anyone in real life. Did I mention that I write fantasy with folklore and mythology? No. Did I mention that in some of my books fairies look like animals and still have all of these feelings? Talk about metaphors. Books can change lives. I'm sure that you have read a book that changed something in you forever. How did that book do it? It made you feel. If we have characters in our books that portray people from different races, religions, and gender identities accurately, whatever that may mean for that specific author, lives can change. It is important for us to see ourselves in books, the good and the bad. Knowing that someone else is going through what you are going through makes a world of difference. It can make the bully realize why they are bullying and can make them stop. It can help that girl who wants to be a boy realize that she isn't alone or a freak. And maybe she won't continue cutting herself to let out the pain. Knowing why someone acts the way they do, dresses the way they do, talks the way they do, leads to understanding and takes away the fear. And like I said earlier, it's fear that leads people to do horrible things. So once fear is gone, we cannot force people to listen. On my invitation to tonight's event, I had to tell people that I will be talking about diversity in books. You can't imagine how many people I really like, declined the invitation because of that. Why? Because they just don't get it. They believe that being bisexual is a choice, that being transgender or gay or any of the other letters in LGBTQ is a choice. Like anyone would choose to be judged, bullied, or otherwise ostracized for their gender identity. I have a dear friend who refuses to post his picture online for fear of being bullied, hated, ostracized. Why? Because it happens to him in real life. He has been beaten up more times than he will admit. Why? Because of the color of his skin. The worst part? He lives in a supposed first world country that boasts of their tolerance and freedom. And they say South Africans are savages. My wonderful audience tonight are from every side of the spectrum. Age, religion, gender identity. Not that I was rude enough to ask. Don't ask, don't tell. It is the motto many live by. It was the culture I lived in as a teenager. You know, but you don't say anything. Or even defend the person from ridicule, saying, wrongly, that they are just sporty, soft, whatever, dying a little inside for the lie. Television has finally caught up. Just look at DC's Legends of Tomorrow. They deal with hot button issues, we'll discuss that later, and gender equality, different gender identities, and have different races and religions. We take our cues on how to act from books and television. Oscar Wilde said that life imitates art far more than art imitates life. So if our books are filled with tolerant, open-minded individuals, diversity in race, religion, and gender identities, and where bullying isn't tolerated, imagine the world we can live in. Thank you.
I think we all can really take something to heart tonight. Thank you so much. A good friend of mine once said, if we could realize the power that our choices have in writing our own endings, we would have less damsels in distress and more princesses taking the throne. Enjoy the next song.
Speaking of writing your own happy ending, we would now like to welcome a company who has written happy endings for so many kids who in their own right became royalty. Please welcome back Ronel and Melanie from the Princess Project.
When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a princess. A warrior princess who can protect her dragons from idiots. As a tween, I'd redefined this as being Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I never really grew out of that. I even got the chance on occasion to dress up and go to balls. But not all girls get to do that. The first time I heard of the Princess Project, I was in matric and we were all excited to go to the matric farewell. We even had an awesome theme. Phantom of the Opera. I didn't pay much attention to the whole there are others who don't have dresses, shoes, accessories, jewelry issue. Teens can be selfless and self-absorbed at the same time. I did know though that having evening wear, jewelry, accessories and awesome shoes is the mark of success. Let's not blame television, books, movies and magazines. That will take far too long and is an issue for another time. Throughout my teens and 20s, I amassed a great amount of drool-worthy shoes, gorgeous dresses with accessories and jewelry to match. Some I never wore. Some I wore to award events. Yes, I'm award-winning author. But did you know that having a closet full of clothes you'll never wear again doesn't bring you happiness? It only gathers dust. And I'm allergic to dust. Last year, I took stock of my life. It's something you do when you reach a certain age. I have awesome fur children. You can check them out on Instagram. I'm fairly successful in my career. I have great friends and family. I'm a fully functioning person according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Do I really need gorgeous high heels that Caitlin wants to destroy and I can only wear on special occasions, like tonight? Sure. But I don't need a closet full of them. The same for the dresses, jewelry, and accessories. But I didn't just want to silently donate them. No, I wanted to make a statement. I wanted others to get involved. The idea for tonight's event simmered until I was ready to do this on my own. And here we are. My wonderful guests have all brought something to make a matric boy feel like a prince or a matric girl feel like a princess for one night. Much like Cinderella. FYI, if you need a fresh take on that fairy tale, check out Once. I'm sure you'll like Karina and her issues with getting the right dress, staying out of the hearth, and not marrying the prince because it is what is done. Back to the donations tonight. I've gone through my closet and removed 90% of my evening wear, 90% of my high heels and other evening appropriate shoes, 90% of my jewelry, and 90% of my accessories to go with these outfits. 10% of everything is more than enough for me. I even sewed a couple of outfits for tonight. I would like to thank you all for your donations and support tonight. Here is Melanie from the Princess Project to tell us a bit more about where our donations are going.
Thank you, Ronel. Good evening. So my name is Melanie, and I consider myself somewhat of a charity addict, I would say. The joy of giving really is the best high that you'll ever go on. I recently got involved with the Princess Project. Although they've been around for quite some time, they didn't have an East Rand branch, so that's where I stepped in. And so here I am, and I'm blessed to be part of this evening because what Ronel did was really amazing. So what is the big idea with the Princess Project? Well, for every matriculant, the Matric Farewell is a very special event. They literally mark this on their calendar, probably in January already. Sadly, many young ladies and gents will not be able to attend this event because of financial constraints. So even though you might not realize that the friend next to you in high school won't be able to afford it, she'll use some excuse, simply not to feel like the ugly duckling that day. Because nobody wants to go to such an event wearing something that came out of their closet while the rest of them are dressed like princesses and princes. So this is where we step in. With dresses, suits, shoes, accessories that the community, like yourself, donate, we are able to make a few young ladies feel like princesses that evening. And a few gents will feel like the boss. So what we then do is, as of next week, I will be joining or visiting the schools. Most schools do know who are the children in need in their schools. So I will get a list of matriculants in these schools, especially areas such as Reiger Park, for instance, where you know there is a real need and finances are really strapped in those areas. We then go get these girls and really make them feel like princesses that evening. That being said, if anybody know of anybody that is able or willing to help with makeup, hair or photography on such an event, that would also be great. You can visit the www.princessproject.co.za, and if you click on where to donate, it will take you to my details under the East Rand. So if you know of anybody that can assist with things like that, that would be brilliant. So I would like to take the chance now to thank everybody here for their donations, and a very special thank you again to Ronel. This means so much to girls. If you go on the website and you look at some of the testimonials, it's really heartbreaking to see how much it means for a girl to put a dress on for one evening and make her feel like the princess that she really is. Because just because I don't have money doesn't mean I'm not special. So thank you very much, and please keep the eye on the website, as you will see postings of your donations and the girls wearing them. Thank you.
world where saying the wrong thing can get you cyberbullied, discriminated against at work and school, and other horrible things, we have learned to stay clear of hot-button issues. We don't talk about religion, politics, economics, culture, race, or gender. We stay clear of taking a stance for anything. We've become mindless robots because of fear. Yes, fear seems to be at the root of all horrible things. I'm not afraid, except for the dark, but we've covered that. As a dark fantasy author, I delve into the minds of my characters and examine human nature. FYI, that is what dark fantasy is all about. Apparently, it is terrifying what I can deduce of your character and motivations after one conversation. Terrifying? I call it paying attention. One of many hot-button issues I like to address in my books is climate change. Yes, naysayers, global warming is real. You can close your eyes and pretend that it isn't happening, but that is as effective as closing your eyes and pretending that your house isn't burning down. In Magic at Midnight, the only nod to this issue is Amy's obsession with composting. In Once, references to nature as our home and source of nourishment abounds. Solar geysers, composting, recycling, using energy-efficient light bulbs, unplugging appliances once you're done with it, all of this helps. You can make a difference. Another hot-button issue I'm prone to write about without forethought is feminism. I briefly mentioned the he for she movement earlier and the hope for gender equality in our lifetime. In my books, this is a recurring theme. Though the princesses are competing for the prince's hand in Magic at Midnight, other gendered stereotypes are left as is, leaving Amy to figure things out for herself, leading the reader on a journey of self-discovery. In Once, damsels in distress learn to take care of themselves. And did I mention that the ruler of all Fae is their queen? Animal cruelty. We all say we are against it, but what do we do about it? Do we stop eating meat because of the way animals are treated before being slaughtered? Do we stop eating chicken because of the atrocities committed against them in their short lifespan? Or do we only eat organic with the hope that no animal cruelty is committed? That's just food. Do we know where our pets came from? Do we stop puppy mills from existing by only buying our dogs from reputable breeders? What is your stance about poachers? Do you even know how many elephants and rhinos die every day because some maniac stole their tusks and horns? Or do you turn a blind eye? In Magic at Midnight, I'd rather be one of the lowly farm girls Pegasi than be from the royal herd. Need I say more? Of course, she's a vegetarian and deals with poachers on a regular basis. In Once, and other books dealing with fairy dogs, I stand up for Rottweilers, amending the popular image of dumb, violent animal, showing that it is nurture rather than nature that turn dogs into vicious animals. If you don't believe me about Rottweilers, just check out my Instagram feed and blog series, Adventures with Rottweilers, to see how sweet they can be. The mum is scarier. Other hot-button issues, such as mental illness, bullying, racism, addiction, sexual assault, suicide, materialism, violence, and so forth, are also dealt with in my books, some directly and some through metaphors. Pretending that these things aren't real or blaming the victims is a form of cowardice, the cousin of fear. Are you going to hide your head in the sand, pretending that your house isn't burning down? Or are you going to be brave like Amy from Magic at Midnight and do what it takes to stand up what you believe in? You need real-world examples? to stand up for LGBTQ teens, especially the ones who become homeless because of their gender identities. There is True Colours United. They are active on social media, help others to understand and create inclusive, accepting, welcoming, safe spaces for everyone. They also host summits, the True Colours Day, and the Cindy Lauper and Friends Home for the Holidays benefit concert. Yes, Cindy Lauper is the co-founder of the True Colours Fund, and 100% of the net proceeds from these concerts go to support the True Colours Fund programs. Performers such as Pink, 50 Cent, Adam Lambert, Josh Groban, and many more have taken the stage at Cindy's Home for the Holidays concerts. Sarah Ramirez and Cindy Lauper sang True Colours as a duet at 2018's Home for the Holidays concert. It's awesome. You should Google it and take a listen. You'll remember Sarah as Callie from Grey's Anatomy. And talking about Sarah Ramirez, her Twitter feed is a fount of information on everything LGBTQ, human rights, including the recent draconian wave of abortion restrictions in America, legal injustices, climate change, and of course, wonderful news about positive change in the world. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." I'm asking you, what do you do about injustice? Do you stand up against it, or do you look away? We regularly paraphrase a profound quote of Mahatma Gandhi to just be the change you want to see in the world. It's good advice. The full quote, though, gives us much more. We but mirror the world. All the tendencies present in the outer world are to be found in the world of our body. If we could change ourselves, the tendencies in the world would also change. As a man changes his own nature, so does the attitude of the world change towards him. This is the divine mystery supreme. A wonderful thing it is, and the source of our happiness. We need not wait to see what others do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ronel, for enlightening us on these hot button issues. Harriet Tubman once said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer." Always remember, you have the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Thank you.
The moment we've all been waiting for, for this evening, for tonight. So, Ronel is going to read us a piece out of her new novel, Magic at Midnight. Ronel, yes, exciting.
Okay, I'm going to read you pieces from the book, so you get a bit of an idea what it's about. The smell of feathers and horse manure didn't bother Amy anymore. It had when she had just started working at the stables, cleaning them out every day while gagging on the smell the feathered fiends managed to accumulate on a daily basis. But after living with the Pegasi for the best part of a decade, she was no longer bothered by her daily chores or the fact that she only had the winged horses for company. Someone yanked on her ponytail. She peeked over her shoulder. "Release, Idol, unless you want me to pull on your tail." The abyss black winged horse snickered and flicked her tail at Amy's head, then flapped her wings and sauntered off to play with the other Pegasi. "Magnificent creatures," the man said, looking at Amy's charges. "Too bad there isn't space for them in the cities. he continued as if they were having a conversation. But then someone might have noticed you and everything would have been lost. He turned away from the horses, ranging from skittish to aggressive, ignored the lethal weapon in Amy's hand, and walked to her hut. A spot of tea would be nice. Right, let me introduce myself. I'm the Honourable Lord Geller, advisor to the King. Right now, 50 young ladies, princesses to be exact, are travelling to the castle to compete for the prince's hand. Ridiculous, Amy said and placed a machete on the table. Again, what does this have to do with me? Ah, yes. He looked uncomfortable. One of the young ladies had an unfortunate accident. She's in a coma. Our best wizards aren't able to rouse her. We fear... He cleared his throat. Point is, it happened on our soil. It can lead to war. Fortunately, we've been able to keep it quiet. Unfortunately, you are her mirror image. Amy spluttered. What? Not ideal, he grimaced as he took in her appearance. But we can work with this. We? She wiped away the tea dripping from her chin. As Amy allowed Meg to arrange her hair in an elaborate coiffure, yet another thing she hated about being a princess, she thought about what she had learned. The sad truth was, she couldn't trust the princesses. They all had their own agendas. She didn't listen as the groom prattled on about the proper care and treatment of Pegasi. She barely looked at the basic things they were expected to do. She watched the way the winged horse reacted to what the groom did. She swallowed. She hadn't told the princesses what to expect from Lord Pegasi. She raised her hand the moment the groom asked if they had any questions. The others seemed surprised that she had anything to ask. Yes, my lady. How often do the Pegasi get to roam freely? Roam freely? He seemed shocked by the idea. Yes. That is not the done thing. They are exercised daily and then spend their time in the stable. Amy's heart sank. Grooms let more Pegasi out into the paddock and left the princesses alone with them. From hidden pockets, they all withdrew an apple or a carrot. Amy kept an eye on the others, but they did as she had told them to the previous night, approaching from the side, offering the snack with closed fingers, not touching anywhere they shouldn't. She wasn't at ease, but at least no one had started a riot. The winged horse in front of her nuzzled her neck. It was a gorgeous tan Pegasus with gold trying to break through in places. She stroked him between the eyes, and she could see how much he enjoyed it. She knew she had to move on to do exercises they were supposed to perform, but she wanted the moment to last. She missed the company of her own Pegasi. Her throat ached at the mere thought of them. What's wrong, boy? She asked as he pulled back his ears. She turned around. It looked like everything was fine, except... The princess with the vivid red hair was stroking her Pegasus' wing. The grey mare was snorting, her ears pulled back, her eyes wild. But the princess wasn't paying attention. If you want to know how that ends, you can read the book. Thank you.
We are going to move on to the Q&A section of this evening. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Ronel Jansen van Vieren. Thank you so much, Ronel. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to purchase the novel or know more about it, the books are available here on my right. And also, if you would like to donate or get involved with the Princess Project, please talk to Melanie or Ronel afterwards. And yeah.
We would also like to thank Heavensgate for making us use the venue, the beautiful venue. And thank you, Ronel. You're a wonderful writer, and I think everyone that's here really supports you. And I'm glad that we can be a part of this event. And thank you so much for Melanie with the Princess Project, for changing so many lives. Kids, young lives, and making them just feel like royalty. Thank you so much.
And last but not least, we'd like to thank all of you for coming out tonight. Please feel free to have one more drink, one last chat, or even one last question for Ronel. And please drive safe and have a good night. Thank you so much.